Broken Wings, the acclaimed West End musical based on legendary poet Khalil Gibran's novel, is coming to Dubai Opera on the 17th and 18th of January. Written by Middle Eastern duo Nadim Naaman and Dana Al-Fardan, the show highlights the key issues of early 1900s, most of which are still relevant today, like wealth versus happiness, immigration, and the importance of home, and the fight for gender equality. Nadim Naaman had his hands full writing this musical, but it turned out that his role in the production would encompass much more.
Initially, I didn't want to play Gibran. I wanted to just be the writer. But our producer, Ali Matar, who is also a very dear friend now, but at the time he was just my producer. I only just met him. He was very blunt with me and he said, listen, I can't put on a show in the West End and sell it to Lebanese people when you are the only Lebanese West End musical guy at the moment. They're just going to say, sure, why is he not in it? So I thought about this for a while. And then I was like, you know what, actually it does make sense because I'm a writer, Gibran's a writer, and in the framework of the story, the character of older Gibran is like the narrator. He is on his own the entire time. He is at his desk in New York in 1923, writing his memoir, writing his book, and then he is imagining the past. So everybody else in the show is from the past. So it kind of works because I'm detached from it all. So although I'm in it, I'm also in it as a kind of lonely figure, and it didn't require quite so much rehearsal because I don't have to be. I can watch the rest of the show basically and watch it from a distance. So it was a sort of a gradual decision that was made, and I was going to leave the show as an actor, but then we took the show to Betadine, and it was the most overwhelming week of my career. To see the response in Lebanon and where this show matters more than anywhere else, it convinced me to stick with it a bit longer. And it's a pleasure.
Hana Qureshi, who plays Gibran's love interest Selma, understands the responsibility of playing such an influential character in the poet's life.
I think she's very strong. She gets stronger throughout the show. She has a lot of things happen to her. Her journey is very tragic, actually. I think she starts off as this excited young girl, and she has sort of a lot of setbacks, and to overcome, she falls in love with Gibran, and then the same day she's told that she's going to be sent to marry Mansour, who is the bishop's nephew, so she knows then she can never be with Gibran, and then she sort of has to just find the strength to live with that. And yeah, I would say she's very strong, empowering, and it's felt quite empowering to play that kind of a character as well. And she goes on to teach Gibran a lot about women and about the society that they were in, and which he then uses later in life for when he becomes who he became. She was sort of his muse almost, and his inspiration behind a lot of his works. So yeah, it's a lot of responsibility to play that kind of character.
Sophia Forugi plays Mother in the show, a challenging role due to the character existing as a memory with no dialogue.
Yeah, so it's been almost 2 years since I had my first involvement, and over this time we've just seen the piece grow and evolve, and we've evolved with it as well, and we've found new things and new connections. And Mother herself is more of a symbol in the piece. She's only seen as the memory of Gibran, so you only see her in scenes where it's with younger Gibran as he's, a younger boy. So in that way, it's been a little, not hard, but it's not through dialogue. You never hear her speak. It's all only through Spirit of the Earth in the second half. So in that respect, it was a bit of a challenge to find and represent her as a more well-rounded human being. And I think how you see her in the show is she's very tender but she's really a strong woman, and she took her children across to America when they were very young, and I don't know how much you know, but her husband was imprisoned for embezzlement. So it was a very, what's the word? It was a very risky thing to do, I guess, to, up and leave your home and to do it on your own. It's in this day and age, it's difficult, but I think she just inspired him to be, to look at women as being strong.
Ben Cox, a musical director of the show, has high hopes for Broken Wings' success in the region.
I hope that they'll receive it really well. I mean, I think that there's an absolute universality in what we're doing with Broken Wings. I think that if you enjoy music and if you enjoy storytelling and if you, I think particularly because over here Khalil Gibran is such a big figure, I think there'll be more of a response even to the response we had in London, because he's a character that really is in everyone's hearts, and the message that we're trying to tell through the show, Khalil Gibran's message, is one of equality and tolerance and unifying everything that we believe in and just getting on with each other.
Broken Wings will only be in Dubai for 2 days on the 17th and 18th of January and will have 3 shows. Visit Dubai Opera's website for more details. Logan Fish for Gulf News.